Welcome to the third episode of online GATE coaching class conducted by eCAP. In last section, we discussed about communication engineering, especially the topics related to amplitude modulation, double sideband modulation, single sideband modulation and the application questions etc. Today, we are also going to discuss one or two problems related to the previous section. Today, first question is the 10 signals, each band limited to 5 kHz, transmitted after modulation. The guard band is 2 kHz. Calculate bandwidth if, first question, if all modulators are AM, if all modulators are DSB, if all modulators are SSB. This question is basically related to frequency division multiplexing, but indirectly it is also related to AM, DSB and SSB. Okay, the question is that we have 10 signals. Each signal is band limited to 5 kHz and we are provided a guard band of 2 kHz. Calculate bandwidth if all modulators are AM. The bandwidth of AM modulator is, we know that it is 2 FM. Bandwidth of DSB is also same as AM, that is 2 FM. Bandwidth of SSB is FM. Okay, let's consider this diagram. Let's consider this is our signal, this is first signal, this is second signal, etc. The first signal is band limited. Let's consider first question, this is for AM modulator. First signal is band limited to 2 into FM means 2 into 5 kHz, 10 kHz. That is 10 kHz. So each signal is band limited to 10 kHz. Here we are providing a guard band in between two signals, that is approximately equal to 2 kHz. Okay. So total bandwidth using AM is, here we have 10 signals. So each signal is band limited to 10 kHz. So 10 into 10 kHz, that is approximately equal to 100 kHz. For each signal, in between each signal, we are providing a guard band. So for 10 signals, the total number of guard band is 9. So total bandwidth of using guard band is 9 into 2 kHz, that is 18 kHz. So total bandwidth using AM means that is equal to 100 plus 18 kHz, that is equal to 118 kHz. This is the bandwidth using AM if the modulator is using AM. Okay. The second part is if we are using DSB. The bandwidth of DSB is same as AM, that is 2 FM, and the total bandwidth is, for second question, we are using DSB. The total bandwidth is 100 kHz, that is same as AM. The guard band is also 18 kHz. So total bandwidth system is 118 kHz, that is similar to our AM signal. Third question, if all modulators are SSB. In SSB, the bandwidth is only FM. The bandwidth signal is only FM. So the FM is 5 kHz. We have 10 signals. So total bandwidth is 10 into 5 kHz, that is equal to 50 kHz. Here also we are providing guard band. So total guard band is 18 kHz. So total bandwidth is equal to 50 plus 18, that is 68 kHz. So first question is related to AM, second question DSB, third question SSB. For AM, the total bandwidth required is 118 kHz. For DSB is also equal to AM, that is 118 kHz. For SSB, we only required is 60 kHz bandwidth. Let's consider the next question. 4 signals, each band limited to 5 kHz, 10 kilohertz, 10 kilohertz and 15 kilohertz. The modulators used are AM, DSB, SSB and SSB respectively. Assuming the guide band of 2 kilohertz, calculate bandwidth of the channel. The question says that we have 4 signals. Each signal band limited to 5, 10, 10 and 15. And the modulators used are, we have 4 signal. First signal bandwidth 5 kilohertz using AM. Second signal bandwidth limited to 10 kilohertz using DSB. Third signal limited to 10 kilohertz using SSB. Fourth signal that is also limited to 15 kilohertz using SSB. Okay, so the bandwidth of AM is, you know that 2 FM, that is 2 into 5 kilo, that is 10 kilohertz. Bandwidth of DSB is also 2 FM, that is 2 into 10, that is equal to 20 kilohertz. Bandwidth of SSB is FM only, so it is 10 kilohertz. Bandwidth of SSB is also FM, that is 15 kilohertz. So the total bandwidth required is 10 plus 10 plus 10 plus 15, that is 30 plus 40, that is 55 kilohertz. This is total bandwidth. Okay, here the guide band is limited to, guide band provided is 2 kilohertz. Guide band is 2 kilohertz. We know that the number of signal is 4. So taken as n minus 1 into 2 kilohertz. That is equal to 3 into 2 kilohertz. That is equal to 6 kilohertz. This is the bandwidth for guide band. So total bandwidth of the entire system is, total bandwidth is 55 plus 6, that is equal to 61 kilohertz. This is the total bandwidth after modulation. Next, we are going to discuss angle modulation. Angle modulation is also similar to amplitude modulation. The general expression for the carrier C of t is equal to AC cos 2 pi fct plus phi. If we are varying amplitude of the carrier, it became amplitude modulation. If we are varying frequency of the carrier, it became frequency modulation. If we are varying phase of the carrier, we get phase modulation. So, angle modulation is divided into 2 types, that is frequency modulation and phase modulation. Frequency modulation commonly represented as FM and phase modulation commonly represented as PM. So, FM means that the varying the frequency of the carrier with respect to amplitude of the modulating signal, that is FM. Means we are varying the frequency Fc of the carrier C of t with respect to amplitude of the modulating signal. Phase modulation means that we are varying phase phi of the carrier with respect to amplitude of the modulating signal. Here we are varying the one or more properties of carrier only. The modulating signal remain unchanged. We are varying only frequency, phase or amplitude of the carrier signal. In the first section we are going to discuss frequency modulation. The general expression for frequency modulation is SFMT. The modulated frequency modulated signal is AC cos 2 pi fct plus 2 pi kf into integral over m of t dt. This is the general expression for frequency modulation. We need to study the modulation index of frequency modulation. Modulation index beta is equal to delta f by fm. Delta f means frequency deviation, that is equal to kf am by fm. Kf means frequency sensitivity of the modulator. Am means amplitude of the modulating signal. Fm means frequency of the modulating signal. So, in general expression for frequency modulation is AC cos 2 pi fct plus 2 pi kf integral over m of t dt. Then the modulation index beta is equal to delta f by fm, that is equal to kf am by fm. Kf means frequency sensitivity of the modulator, unit is hertz per volt. Based on the value of the modulation index, FM can be classified into two different types, which are narrow band FM and wide band FM, based on the value of modulation index. If beta less than 1, it is narrow band FM. If beta greater than 1, it is wide band FM. This is very important. First one is narrow band FM. Narrow band FM means we know that beta is less than 1. Narrow band FM is always similar to amplitude modulation. The bandwidth is 2 into FM. Power is total power PC into 1 plus beta square by these two expressions are similar to our AM expression, which means that narrow band FM is similar to amplitude modulation. Only difference is that if we are drawing the side bands, there is a 180 degree phase shift for lower side band. Amplitude remains same, AC by 2. This is AC beta by AC into beta by 4. This is minus AC beta by 4. The only difference is that the 180 degree phase shift for lower side band, that is narrow band FM. For wide band FM, the beta greater than 1. Here we are using some Bessel function for calculating bandwidth and power calculation. We are not going for the complete derivation. So, the bandwidth of wide band FM is by using Carson's rule 2 into delta F plus FM, and the power is only AC square by 2R. This is the expression of bandwidth and the power calculation. In wide band FM, we have infinite number of side bands. So, the approximate bandwidth is infinity for wide band FM, but theoretically we are using Carson's rule for calculating bandwidth of wide band FM. Next, we are going to discuss one of the problem related to frequency modulation. A carrier signal is frequency modulated by a sinusoidal signal and the frequency deviation is 50 kHz. Calculate beta and bandwidth if FM is equal to 500 Hz and FM is equal to 500 kHz. The problem is related to frequency modulation. The frequency deviation is given in the question, that is 50 kHz. Calculate beta and bandwidth. First part we have FM is equal to, that is given that 500 Hz only. Beta is equal to, general equation, delta F by FM. Delta F is 50 kHz. 50 kHz divided by 500. That is equal to equal to 100. Here we know that beta is equal to 100 means beta greater than 1, which means that it is wide band FM. Wide band FM. So, general expression for bandwidth for wide band FM is 2 into beta plus 1 into FM. By substituting these values, we get 2 into 101 into 500, that is equal to approximately 101 kilohertz. This is the answer for FM is equal to 500 Hz. In second part, we have FM is equal to 500 kilohertz. So, beta is equal to delta F by FM, that is equal to 50 kilohertz divided by 500 kilohertz, that is equal to 0.1. Here the beta is less than 1, which means it is narrow band FM. So, general expression for bandwidth for narrow band FM is 2 into FM, that is equal to 2 into 500 kilohertz, that is equal to 1000 kilohertz. This is the answer for part B. First we analyze the FM then we are calculated beta. If beta greater than 1, it is wideband FM. If beta less than 1, it is narrowband FM. If beta greater than 1, apply Carson's rule. Otherwise, we can use the equation bandwidth is equal to 2 into FM. Thank you.